Hello dear friends, my name is Andrei Krishnapovich. More than 30 years I study and develop a qualitative theory of information. This helps me to answer some very important questions. First of all, on the question, what kinds of bad information exists and how identify and avoid them. I asked the artificial intelligence ChatGPT this question: what kinds of low quality information exist? As you can see, classification of low quality information provided by AI is contradictory. The type of low quality information and processes that results in them are mixed up. Many presented nuances are essentially repetitions. This reflects the existing understanding of low-quality information by most people. I will give only one example of ChatGPT answer. Disinformation. Deliberate dissemination, false or distorted information with the aim of misleading or manipulating of audience. This may include false news, manipulating facts, forgery of documents, etc. It's one definition. Then, fake information. This is information that has been created or altered with intent to deceive. This could be fake documents, photos, videos, audio recordings, and etc. You can see all characteristics that I mentioned above. But one AI recommendation kills. I quote, "It is important to develop critical thinking and analytical skills to identify and avoid these kinds of information." I want to say, for critical and especially analytical thinking and skills, at least a minimal basis, it is necessary to have knowledge about what kinds of low-quality information exist, what are the signs of low-quality information existence, reasons and possibilities of low-quality information arising, and what are the methods for low-quality information detecting. I think you agree with me. As for kits of low-quality information, above you have seen usual non-scientific idea of this. It is confused, odd, and in fact contains only 3 from 12 kinds of low quality and useless information: inaccurate, incomplete, and fictitious. And one subkind of inaccurate information exactly the opposite. At the same time, inaccurate information is only a combination of incomplete and fictitious information. For example, the time of the train departure is 4 p.m. in the schedule, but in fact its time departure is 10 a.m. Here we have, this is inaccurate information. Here we have on one incomplete information. The actual time of the train departure 10 a.m. is hidden, and one fictional information 4 p.m. is written departure time in schedule. Is it useful to know the remaining 9 kinds of bad information? I think so, because we encounter them all time. We just don't know what they are. We can't identify them, and only after the fact do we find out that somebody has deceived us or manipulated us, or we had wrong idea about something or made wrong decision, etc. So bad information, which we usually don't identify, is three kinds of unclear information, three kinds of incorrect para-information. This is inaccurate para-information, unfounded para-information, unsuccessful para-information. What it contains, unclear information, also three kinds, as I mentioned, about two or several originals, one image, two several originals, several images. Okay, we have six. Now we counter six kinds of information. Next three: incorrect generalized information, irrelevant information, and redundant information. And redundant information has two subkinds of information. This is repeated information and information what we can call in other words. Knowing all 12 kinds and 3 subkinds of bad information, you need to know the reason for their occurrence. However, often the reasons are hidden or are revealed after the fact. Therefore, it is necessary to know the possibilities of bad information occurrence. Under what conditions and under what circumstances bad information can arise. Further, it is obvious you should know the scene of bad information presence. But the absence of the scene does not always mean the absence of low-quality information. Only by knowing the scene of low-quality information presence and identifying the possibilities of bad information appearance, you can proceed to checking the information for the presence of kinds of bad information. And for this, there are 4 methods of checking information for quality. Please note that low-quality information and bad information are not synonyms. Bad information is low-quality information plus useless information. If we are dealing with quality and useless information, then we are dealing with bad information. Only such logic of obtaining knowledge can create the basis for critical thinking, allow it to identify and avoid the use of bad information for decision making, perceiving reality, forming a world view, and generating new information. If this interested you, if you need such kind of knowledge, then let's go sign up for the course where you will get this knowledge for critical thinking and analytical skills. Thank you very much. I hope see you later.